Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get... conversion. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
21.
Now Ryan. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd down, back to Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
50 Bison.
Sanders is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. in the offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
Check.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan lets it fly deep for Cobb. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, South.
To throw is Ryan. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. .158 left to play till we hit halftime. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best team.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to... They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with the football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Ryan. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action now. Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
22. Hey, 59, ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan forced it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
59, ready. 54, set.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out in a hurry.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
A gain of 15. And an Eagle first down.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 31, Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. Fights through him. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Hurts will throw. Hurts fumbles it. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide.
Okay,
usually going to pick up a holding call.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
He was brought down by Javon Hargrave. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ready, good ready.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third call. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Yet again, Ryan is intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick-6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it. And